So good to see you. Thank you so much.
And what are we doing now? Because the pressure is going this way, and now it's going back this way. I don't know if you all can tell that or not, but it took Carrie the entire time on commercial to say, Carrie, pick the right ones.
That's tough. That was her first time doing this, right?
She hates it. She hates it, but I told her she'll get used to it. She won't get used to it, but it's painful.
How is she doing? How would you describe Carrie's judging style?
She's a natural. When I say that to you, well, first of all, she knows what they are going through. She's been there, done that. Number two, did you hear her sing last night?
Oh,
as far as I was concerned, Luke and I said the same thing. And the winner of this year's is Carrie Underwood. I mean, she hit a note in where Katy went in that space flight. I mean, I don't know where that note was at the end. But what I'm just saying to you is she's perfect for this. Perfect. And she's grounded. She's mom. She's a contestant. She's an entertainer. She knows what we're listening for. She's got it. She's got the sauce.
She's got the sauce. Now, your performance was also amazing last night, your 2009 hit Eternity.
Yes.
How did it feel up there performing that number again?
Well, the right Reverend Richie, I went out to deliver the sermon, and when they asked me to do it first, I was honored. That song has been in my catalog for a while, and I said, okay, let's pull that out. And I've received so many people saying, where'd that song come from? But I think what I'm going to do from now on is just, let's start going back in the catalog and pulling stuff out. It was one of my most enjoyable moments on American Idol to be able to start the show off and have that much energy and enthusiasm. And they knew the song for the second verse. Everyone was singing along. But last night was inspirational. When I say that, the whole show was just a vibe. I mean, we had church on American Idol. Go figure that one out.
Oh, we get to see more of your older catalogue because you have such an amazing catalogue. So will we get a lot more of that this season?
Well, see, if I had my way, they'd be singing all of the catalog every night. But unfortunately, we cannot do that. So I'm just honored as we pull out the little gems as time goes on. You know, you'll hear from it. But I just love the opportunity of being on stage and saying to myself every time one of those beautiful kids walks off stage, I'm so glad I made it when I did. Because their talent is off the charts. Off the charts.
Now, you mentioned going to space. Have you spoken to Katy since she took that trip?
No, I've been waiting for her to come back from space. But that was a joke. That was a joke. Maybe Katy, space. No, it's okay. No, I haven't. She's on tour. She's starting tour tomorrow. Am I right? Is that correct? But anyway, let her concentrate right now because it's a big deal.
Any texting going on? Did you check in with her?
I just said congratulations. Yeah. But other than that, no. I mean, let it happen for me.
Giving her her space.
I'm giving her her space, but I'm sure once she gets her legs, what I call tour legs together, we'll be talking to each other.
Now, you have a memoir coming out later this year, your memoir, Truly. What can you tell me about that?
Oh, you've been sneaking up around here, huh? Well,
everything about you, Lionel?
That is true. It has taken me probably this long to try to remember half of that stuff. And, it's time. There's some things I want to say because, people always ask the question, what inspired you? How did you get here? What were you thinking about when you did this song? Who are the people you've met along the way? I mean, it's a lot of inspirational stuff. And also, I'm the reluctant, if I may say so. Most people talk and they say, well, I was a singer in church and I was a jock, I was a football player. I was none of that. I was the shyest guy in school. And so when the shyest guy, the least confident of what the heck am I doing, is standing here in front of you, I've got some things I want to tell you.
Why is now the right time?
Because it's at that moment where, when you have an American Idol crowd, that's 1 billion impressions. And also kids are coming up to me now and asking the question, how did you do it? That's a moment where you take it and go, okay, let's do it now.
And finally, I just wanted to ask you, sad news about the Pope. Did you ever meet the Pope?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I had the wonderful pleasure of meeting him. Warm, accessible. They kept trying to say to him, you need to be over here. He walks out of the crowd, walks off of the stage and into the crowd. And when he walks up to you, it's as if he knows you. I meet a lot of people every day, every night. He does it every day. Masses of people. And when he's speaking to you, he spoke to my party, me, as if we've been friends for the longest time. I'm going to miss him because he was in touch. You can say what you want to say, but he was in touch with a common person. It didn't matter what part of the world you're from, he knew how to relate. And my philosophy has always been, as my grandmother would say, if you know how to treat somebody in Alabama, it applies around the world. He came from Italy, but he knew how to talk to everybody around the world.
Yeah, you finally got to meet your namesake.
My legitimate son, yes, of course. When I got the news, and I've known this for a while, but his mother did an interview in London, I think it was, and they said, well, I named Lionel after Lionel Richie, and I fell on the floor, and then the first thing I kept thinking was, that's not my son, and then I realized, wait, he's successful, that's my son. But what do you think? I mean, what are the odds? First of all, he's a gifted player. The odds of all the names in the world, your mother would want to call you, but we had a chance to meet.
What was that like?
That was like a family reunion. Honestly, he's warm. But again, we met just before the game. So he was a nervous wreck because, you get in game mode. But it was a family reunion. I must tell you, he's a sweetheart of a kid and shy, believe it or not. I know that may sound a little strange, but this is a moment where, when people start naming the kids after you, I'm kind of honored about that, especially his abilities. His abilities are just supernatural. So
amazing.
It is.
You any good at soccer yourself?
Yes. I hurt my leg when I was. No.
But before that?
Before that, I was dazzling. Yeah, I think that was fourth grade. Fourth grade, fourth grade. I had a kick like you've never seen before. But after that, it was my psoas muscle. My psoas muscle went out.